I would often start working towards something and then immediately, a month or so later, feel like I had to restart all over again because that didn't work out, meaning that I was doing something wrong, meaning that I just wasn't on the right track. And I would do this quite over and over. And this really messed myself up when I was trying to get some sense of direction in what I was doing. And you might be able to relate to this as well, where you often feel that you need to just start all over. You need to do a whole new clean sheet and you need to completely revamp your life all in one go because you can see all of your downfalls in yourself, yet you see such little downfalls in other people. And I believe there's some sort of effect to describe that, but I think it's so easy for us to just look at other people and think, well, they have so many less problems than I do. And when you look at yourself, you realize all of the insecurities and all the issues you have, making you feel that you need to just revamp your life entirely. And I think one of the biggest mistakes I made was trying to change way too much in one go, right? Where let's say I've got three or four things that I just want to change, I try and change it all in one go. I try and do this, hard reset. And that felt great for about a couple days until it would then slip off and I'd fall into a much worse state of, those habits and such that I was in, only to be filled with all of that regret that was coming in. And that was really important because when I was trying to do everything all at once and I was trying to fix everything all at once, it just didn't work. And it made me feel worse afterwards. And what I would recommend, I think, or at least what's really helped me, is just trying to focus on one thing at a time and trying to also give myself a bit of leeway as to how long I believe this thing is actually going to take to solve, to actually get through. So, for example, right, I used to play video games every single day for hours and hours on end. And although that wasn't a massive issue, because technically I was still going to the gym and I was still, working and such, sometimes I would spend the whole day playing video games. Other times it would just get in the way and I would be spending time with video games when I could have been, or really should have been, doing, whatever level of work. And that's really, really big. And honestly speaking, this morning, I was even thinking of playing video games, but here I am recording content. So I guess that's a positive. But the point being is like when those waves come up, when those things come up, it's realizing, well, that's not normal. And it's just trying to figure out, well, right, well, how can I better change that? And what I started doing and what I have been doing is taking more of a step away from video games, trying to replace that habit with other things. I'm not getting rid of video games, right? Because I develop video games, with AI, and that's something I like to do, or I would eventually want to have doing for a living. But it's something which I'm trying to take more of a step away. Why? Because I know video games are quite overstimulating, and I know that it can take quite a bit of my time as well. But the point being is, if I try to fix that and fix all sorts of different things all in one go and try and do this massive hard reset, through my experience, it just hasn't worked. So if you're someone, whatever perhaps bad habit or whatever thing that you're in, I think if you're just trying to restart your life over and over, where you just want to try and turn a new leaf all the time, you want to just try and get your life entirely back on track every single couple months, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. And I think we see this stuff online and we see the whole fast track of, hey, how I managed to do this in 7 days and 14 in 30 days and 60 days. And we get so attached to the numbers and we think, well, why can't I change my life in 7 days? Why can't I change my life in 30 days? Like, why can't I fix all of these things? And yeah, to some level, it is a bit of marketing, but also to some level, people are different and people have different advantages and disadvantages and different habits and such. And it's trying to understand that your time is going to be different. For example, I've never drunk alcohol before, meaning I don't have a problem with alcohol. Other people, on the other hand, have much bigger problems with alcohol. That's that. For me, I do tend to have problems with video games. Other people, on the other hand, could play a video game and probably forget about it and never worry about it again. So it's different. So give yourself a bit of leeway. Give yourself a bit of just time where you can go, actually, you know what? it might take a bit longer than I'm hoping for, but if I can stay consistent with it, if I can keep pushing at it, then that's fine. So that's really what I wanted to get across to you. Let me know if actually you feel like you've been restarting life quite a few times, and I'll chat soon.